Without further ado, I would like to introduce Lanre Ajayi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out tonight, even though we had some little hiccups here and there, but it's all good. Before the model started coming out, there's some significance and symbolism of what we're doing tonight that I would like to share with every one of us. I'm a cultural broker, a multidisciplinary artist. I'm passionate about building a community where everyone's cultural voice is heard, and it's an honor for me to be here tonight. Tonight, we're celebrating our diverse, inclusive cultural heritage. Canada is a multicultural society, and as such, we all have our individual cultural identities. These identities and these cultures, to a large extent, shape us, mold us, and craft us into who we become as events in life unfold. And tonight is for education, is for information, and also entertainment towards attaining a cultural milestone that enables and equips each and every one of us here and those watching online to come to an understanding of what makes us unique individual Canadians. Because Black history is Canadian history. I'll just go right into the performance tonight, and I will start first of all with myself because I'm wearing what we traditionally call ashoke. Ashoke means clothes worn by royalties, clothes worn by wealthy, the kings, the chiefs, and the rulers. And this is called agbada, and it's a three-piece garment. Like you're saying, like the way we have three-piece suits in the West, the same thing we have three-piece garments, in the African, especially from the Yoruba community or West African communities. So this is the first one. The top one is called the agbada. It's the long one. There's an inner one called the danshiki, and then the pants. It all makes up agbada. And then here I have what we call a koro beads. I will tell you more about koro beads as the models are coming. And I'm having here what we call ostil, which is from us, and then with elaborate bead decoration, which can also be seen in the indigenous community when you look at the cultures and the attires they wear. These are all symbols of authority or scepter that is being used. So, and I'm going to start by having the first model to work in, which are the Yoruba couple. So as they're coming in, I want you to look at them critically and see what they're wearing, because all of what they're wearing has a very symbolic, thing about them. Let's have the first couple, the Yoruba couple, to walk in. The man is wearing agbada, like I'm wearing, with a kora bead. The attire is known as agbada among the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria, in the western part of Africa. Agbada is a formal attire that is made up of three pieces of clothing: an open stitch, full-grown, a long-sleeve shirt, shokoto, and pair of trousers. You can see the man with a kora bead. It's a symbol of modesty, wisdom, happiness, and immortality. It is commonly known as remedy spasms. It's known to remedy spasm of the intestines, sleeplessness, and bladder stones. Coral can reduce stress and fears and combat foolishness, nervousness, fear, depression, panic, and nightmares. Now, underneath is also a short cloth called buba and shokoto. It's like a top and a pant. And on the woman as well, you can see the coral beads. These are all symbols of royalty and wealth. Now, if you look at the top, we have what we call cap or hat. We have the face cap, like we all know. This is called fila abeti aja. Now, when you see a dog has this hair. So from there, they coin the word fila abeti aja. It is a special, unique way, to have identify a chief or an elder in the Yoruba community. This is also fila with embroidery. It is worn on top of ofi or ashoki. So this is, and you can look at the woman is also wearing what we call ashoki or ofi. It comes in various types of colors, and it's made by woven through threads on a stick, by a woman, typically Nigerian or African woman, sit down from one end to the other end with long yards of cotton and then woven into different patterns. That's what you have the Ofi. The Yoruba woman during traditional marriages, these are typical kind of clothes in which they wear to show that yes, they are celebrating something. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's have the next couple. These are the Igbo couple or Igbo couples. Now, you see the type of dressing which they have on is a typical traditional clothes from the eastern part of Nigeria. You see that we all have the ostill, which also symbolizes unity, and a show of our cultural heritage. Now you can see the display of koro beads. Now these are unique beads. It's like a top that a bride to be in the Igbo land wears when they're getting ready to go and get married. You can see the wrapper. So this is a typical way when you see a maiden that is about to go get married. You see them dressed like this, and the husband or the man also, you see him in their own traditional clothes. You see the prints are intentionally done. Lion symbolizes authority and power and strength of a man, and the own cap is kind of different. Now you see this cap, one here the West, as head warmer, but to the Igbos, it's a traditional clothes in which head attire that is worn to show that yes, they're in a celebratory mood, they're celebrating their culture. And you can see a princess with a crown as well. We have all types of crowns. Tonight we'll be showing you another type of crown that is worn by the Imperial Majesty, the ruler of the king in Yoruba dynasty. Shortly we'll bring the crown. But this is a crown that is worn by the bride-to-be in the Igbo language, in the Igbo community. Thank you very much. Let's have the Eyo masquerade. The Eyo is the masquerade that comes out only in Lagos Island. It is believed to represent the spirit of the ancestors. Eyo, the masquerade, celebrates an Oba's life or a king. Eyo festival, also known as Adamu Orisha Play, is a homage to the death of a king. The word Eyo refers to the masquerade that comes out during the festival. The Eyo festival will be held in honor of a chief from a ruling family, an Oba who had died, and when a new head of an Iga or an Oba is installed on the throne. Traditionally, it only occurs at 3 times. They dance and move in a procession. Normally, this masquerade, it's usually, seen in Lagos Island, the biggest city in Nigeria, where you see them symbolizes an honor to honor a late king or an installation of a new king. And they are always in so many in a train. There are 5 distinct families that wears this Eyo, and each of these families have a unique color that represents them. They have different names that is given to them, but tonight we just want to show you one of them. They have this staff where they used to, touch each other, one and the other, and then they dance and their cap as well. And it is believed that when the new king is installed, they come to, honor and pray and help the departed king, to, rest well with his ancestors while they pray for the new king. And one thing about Eyo Carnival Eyo Festival is that they're always dressed in white. Even though you see some bits of colors like red or blue or gold or black, but majorly you see them with all dressed in white. All the part of the body is covered and it's always, looking very elegant. So when you go to Nigeria during a festival, make sure you go to Lagos Island and ask, where you can experience and enjoy Eyo Festival. Thank you very much. We have another model. Now, this is a blend of cultures from South Africa, from Kenya. You can see the beads always, is a symbol that cut across all African continents. You know, with the indigenous community in Canada, you see them with the display of their regalia, and then I was privileged to have a relationship in a play with them, and I will begin to talk about the significance of the beads, because to them as well, they have the same kind of beads that they use on their clothes as well. And here you can see an Ethiopian woman or a Kenyan woman, you know, can wear this kind of beautiful clothes and this kind of beautiful beads. It shows royalty, it shows beauty of African culture. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. So this is also the Jamaican color.
Jamaica.
The flag was rose on August 6, 1962 on the day of Jamaica's independence. The flag signifies the past and present achievements as a country. The flag consists of 3 colors, black, green, and gold. Each color symbolizing its own meaning. Black depicts the strength and the creativity of the people. Gold, the natural wealth and beauty of sunlight. And green, hope and agriculture resources. Together, all colors symbolize the sun shining. The land is green and the people are strong. And fun fact, the Jamaican flag is the only flag without red, blue, or white. Thank you.
Amazing. And just to give you more information, you know, 5 aspects that you always see in Jamaican culture. You see music, you see art, you see history, dance, patios, and they are men of faith and women of faith. Thank you very much. We're going to be having the Ethiopian community or culture display. Now, Ethiopia is a multicultural and ethnic country. Religion is a major influence in Ethiopian life. Nearly half the population belongs to Ethiopian Orthodox Church, but there is also a large Muslim population. Others adhere to an ancient form of Judaism. A major point to know about Ethiopian culture is, you know, it is considered rude to decline an offer to eat when an Ethiopian invites you to come and have a dinner with them. If you cannot accept food for a legitimate reason, decline it politely with a bow to show gratitude. It is rude to eat in front of people without offering them any food, especially guests. It is important to wash your hands before the meal is served, according to the Ethiopian community. And you can see the dress of the Ethiopian. Now, Ethiopia as a country is the only country that was never colonized. And they have a separate days and calendar year. Now, when everybody is celebrating the new year, Ethiopian culture celebrates a different, year. And there's something unique about Ethiopian culture. When you go to an Ethiopian community, they serve you their coffee. To an Ethiopian, coffee is a ritual. Like, everybody goes to Tim Hortons and McDonald's and grab a coffee and go. But to an Ethiopian, it's a ritual. It's a very symbolic to them. And so when you go to their homes and they offer you a coffee, that means they value you. They will never offer you a wine or bourbon or brandy or whatever. What they will offer you is the coffee and the tete bread, and to show that they respect you and they honor you. Thank you very much. We're going to be having the Ghanaian and in their own kente dress. Kente is a type of silk and cotton fabric made of interwoven cloth strips, and is native to the Akan tribe in Ghana. Kente is made in Akan lands such as Ashanti Kingdom and by Akans in Ivory Coast. It is also worn by many other groups who have been influenced by Akans. Historically, the fabric was worn in a toga-like fashion. The toga-like fashion exists in the Roman Empire, where you see the emperor with robes, on their neck. So that is how you find, that is how you see Ghanaians wear the kente. In modern day Ghana, the wearing of kente clothes has become widespread to commemorate special occasions with highly sought after kente beads and brands led by master weavers. Now, the kentes come in different kind of clothes or colors. The original ones are woven by hand. So you can feel, you can see the thread. Nowadays, you see a lot of printed kente that people, wear. You can see these are printed, but these are woven. So to show, the originality and also to modernize the kente. And you can see their kind of bead, the coral bead is quite different from other beads. Some of these beads, you see these beads in West African culture, in different dimensions. These are the ones you see in Ghanaian, tradition. And the necklaces which we have here is also same to the one by the Zulus, or made by the Zulus of South Africa, and all beautiful dressed. Thank you. This is also another representation of a culture in the eastern part of Nigeria, the Urhobos or the Ibibios. You see them dance in a very stylized way, side to side, with the bride or the woman adorned with an elaborate coral beads, while the man used a part of the wrapper as part of a necklace, tied in its particular format. The cap is also embedded with beads, different colored beads, small tiny beads, like you see on the neck of a South African woman. And one thing about Ibibio culture is that you see them with a walking stick. Not necessarily because they can't walk, but it's, part of the dressing. A dress is not complete without having that aspect of walking stick. When you dance, and according to tradition, the king, stretches his scepter, shakes it. In a sign that, I respect you, I value you, well done. To praise them, to encourage them, to thank them for doing an honor. The hostel is essentially a symbol of authority, a symbol of power. But yes, if a decree is going to be going out from the king or from the ruler, then the king will stand up from his throne and raise the hostel, symbolizing that yes, I've given my authority, my stamp of approval on any decision that is taken or anything that needs to be done. Now, you will see that the man has on a coral, different, and a kind of a body special to the kind of gown they're wearing. Now you can see the cap. It's all embellished with some form of beads, hand woven. So it takes time, number of hours to make this. And the woman as well, you see that the embellishment of stones, beads, both on the top and the wrapper and the shoe, and they all look similar. These are made by hand to show how time that is devoted into making this. And the color beads are also unique stone. It cut across different cultures. Our arts are all symbol of reality, honor, respect, and value of our culture. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having us.
Wow, what a show, eh? It's awesome. Goodness. Yes, so thank you everybody, all of our models for volunteering to do that for us. It was amazing. Thank you so much.